shouldn't do that as we're going live. Heather probably should have thought about doing that beforehand, so that's okay.
Hello, everybody. We are live. I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome my very special guest, Heather Indigo Jaguar. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Jean. Thank you for having me on
She's an artist
again.
extraordinaire, a crystal expertise, and a oracle card. Just beautiful. She does beautiful oracle readings as well. Um,
A
so
little bit of
thank you very
everything. Yeah.
yes,
I play with
very art.
Lenormand, crystals, tarot, oracle, my pendulums,
Wow, you do Lenormand too?
I have Lenormand decks that I love Lenormand because that's what got me back into reading again was because, when I was younger, learning tarot was this is how you have to read. You have to learn all the uprights. You have to learn all the reverse. This is how you have to like. So it became so much for me that I couldn't. I just couldn't handle it. I was tired of having to have the book to memorize things and whatnot. And I said, well, if I can't follow these books and this is how you're supposed to do it, then I'm just going to, set them aside and just to be able to appreciate a deck here or there, maybe for a personal reading for somebody or whatever. But then when um, we had to go into lockdown, I started watching tarot and started seeing the political readings, and people were using Lenormand and Lenormand, even though the um the grand tableau is too much for me to be able to really handle because it's just too many cards for me. It was so nice to be able to just lay. They said all you do is just lay out four or five this way, maybe four or five that way, and then look. And it was just like for my brain, the way my brain works, I was like, well, this is nice. And then I learned about oracle cards. I go, ooh, there's or so starting to see that there was never really any rules. It was just learning how to connect, learn about the basics, but then also rely on your intuition and how you react also to the cards and the images and whatnot. So, yeah.
That's really, really, really interesting because I too was interested in the Lenormand in the very beginning as well. And I did work with the tarot, but I didn't know about the Lenormand until I learned about this community and started finding out about other readers. And I just put Heather's oh, look, okay. I just put
Yeah.
Heather's link in there for everybody. And if everybody would like to go over and check out Indigo or Heather's channel, Indigo Jaguar Intuitive Arts, right? Is that how you say it?
That's how you say it, but I am in the process of changing my name a little bit. I'm growing, I'm evolving, and I'm crafting a new name. But as of
Good.
right now, it's that for now. Yeah. I may
Wow.
I
Because
may have it for my channel anniversary on Sunday. I may share
yes.
it then. I don't want to push it or rush it, but learning how to play with numerology. Allison from Ayers Grove Tarot has helped me. Deborah has guided me because Deborah Zakow, who did the Clarity Tarot, she's all about numerology and numbers on her cards and things. So between I'm learning all sorts of how to play with numbers and personal life numbers and so yeah, and for people like especially you who this is how I got back into reading again. Ciro Marchetti did a Gilded Reverie Lenormand expanded edition. He added a few extra cards. The artwork is lovely. The booklet is easy to read, and that's how I got back into reading. So that's the one that for me I recommend. But there are so many others out there that show the original card and the explanations on them and everything. But I just love Ciro Marchetti. He's got some very beautiful artwork in his
I
decks.
I certainly do too, and I have I think it's just the Gilded Tarot is what I used to use when I was doing readings.
Yes,
I did readings on
I used to have that
Facebook.
deck.
I did readings on Facebook Messenger. Do you believe it, you guys? This is before I discovered my other
Yeah, I used
talents.
to have that deck. Yeah,
This, and it speaks to me.
and
It
that's what's
talks to
important.
me.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. I don't know it. I don't know a lot of the meetings, but that deck speaks to me. And I keep a crystal on it so I keep it clear. But thanks for sharing that. Let me just say hello to some of
And
the
this
gang
one speaks
here.
to me very
And then
well
I
too.
keep that out. Keep that out. That looks really interesting. So
It's
I just
another
want
one.
to say hi to Anne Schwank and
Hi,
Juanita.
Juanita.
Michelle Krantz is here. Nancy Riker is
Hey,
here, and
Nancy.
Craig Dixon is
Hi,
here.
Craig.
Thanks for being here, Craig. And JR says, good to
Uh,
see you
Good to see
both.
you too, JR.
Good evening from England. Sarah from
Mm.
England is here. Nice to see you, Sarah. So, and Nancy says her son is reading tarot now, and he's awesome. He's 37.
Wow, that's wonderful.
It
Nice.
is. It
The
is.
new
And
generation.
she also says she loved to learn tarot, but she's a little hesitant. I just think it's great to learn about for ourselves, if nothing else, you know. There's so
Mhm.
many classes out there, and you get
Oh,
to learn different people, learn about
and,
different.
and
Mhm.
JR, there is decks that help you learn. They put the top when you're doing readings. If a card comes upright, they give you the associations. If the card were to come in reverse, you would have it written also there too. So if you want to learn and you're nervous about, there's also there, and there's no shame in it because I still use these too. If something doesn't, so this is a great learning tool. So um, I'm not sure what you're afraid of. Maybe it's just, maybe it may be a religious thing, an upbringing, because I know that I still meet people nowadays that are kind of afraid because of the possible connections to spirit and opening doors and things. And I understand that. But if it's just because you're not sure if you can remember everything, this is a great deck, these types of decks to get you going and get you started. Sorry, Jean. I just wanted
No, that's okay. That's
to share.
okay. Yeah, and I think it might. I mean, a lot of us sometimes think. I'm not sure if it's true for you, JR, but it's a huge endeavor, and it's a
Hmm.
lot of. It feels like it's a lot to remember because each thing has something different, but it's all a suggestion, and it's quite
Hmm.
intuitive after a while.
Exactly.
And that's why those helper cards really work well, because if you do them repeatedly, and then you see that this one means strength, but today it means like courage, or
Hmm.
resistance, or something of similar but not quite like it. You'll know it's not
Hmm.
quite strength, it means something similar to strength,
And there's
and
different decks with different interpretations or different things that they want to focus on. So just find the deck that resonates with you and what how you connect to on an intuitive level because we're all different. Hey, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. We're just talking about you.
All
So
good, I
tell.
promise.
I just put Heather's link in the chat there. If everybody wants to go over and show her some support and
All right.
subscribe to her channel, we're all going to be having a party. She's going to be having a channelversary on Sunday the 19th at 8 p.m. and that's
Eastern
Eastern,
Standard
and
Time.
that is 5 p.m. Pacific. And it's going to be a big party. I know everybody loves it when we all get together and there's like 10 or 12
Yes.
of us up on the screen going crazy and having fun.
We'll
It's
see
like
how
a
many StreamYard allow me to have. I think I can have. I think I have the $25 still, so that should allow me to have 10 people, right, instead of six. I believe.
right,
I'm not quite
right.
sure, but yeah, I'm nervous, but
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
I think it's a lot of fun. I love getting together and being
Me
social and
too.
seeing each other all together on one screen. I love it.
Hmm.
I think it's really interesting, and it's so much fun for everybody in the chat. Like they don't have to go to separate people's channels. They just come to one and they see all of us.
Yes,
So
at least it makes that's easier for this gal with the way I am with techie and this and that. I'm already scroll brain trying to figure out go to here there. Let's just keep every. I would be nice if YouTube and StreamYard could work something out so that no matter whose channel or where you're from, you get to see everybody. It would be nice if they could figure out something where that connects better. That would be great.
mhm,
Just a
mhm,
suggestion, YouTube.
mhm, mhm.
So
Yeah, it's a good suggestion, and it's that community where they share with each other and say hello to one another that really is an important aspect of being on the chat and being in a live program. So we are going to be doing some readings today. I have several people start, and you wanted to show me that other deck. It was very interesting looking. I said, "Oh, keep that out." It was on the
oh,
other side of you,
yeah,
was
now
it?
this is a special edition Ciro Marchetti. It'll be available from what I understand. for mass market in the spring of next year. So, and it didn't have a book, and I bought it ahead of time from his website because you also get a signed card by the artist in the deck, so which is pretty cool. But I saw Ginger Faye use this one night, and I was just like, I love it. That just the colors, the energy, everything just radiated with me. And it's called the Mystic Palette Tarot. There's one that's in full color, and then there's one that's muted, and I fell in love with the muted. This is beautiful, like fall, very woodsy, nature based tarot deck, and some of the images in here are just absolutely stunning. There's the High Priestess.
Oh, look at that.
I'm not big on snakes, so I look at there and go, "Oh, those aren't snakes; those are just vines with little flowers on them." The tower is very whimsical, you
Mm,
know. At some point, I mean, I love the Justice card too. That's just beautiful. So there are
wow.
a lot of lovely cards in this deck, and this one extreme, and this one here. Now we know usually with the Three of Swords in most of all regular tarot decks is either alone by itself or it has a woman with a broken heart. They actually used a male in this because men hurt too. Their hearts get broken too, and men
Wow.
cry. And I thought this was one of the most powerful um, Three of
Yeah.
Swords I have ever seen.
Wow.
And when I saw that, it was just like, I have got to get this deck. So, oh, here. And one of my favorites is the Star card. I love the Star card.
Oh, wow.
And
Look at
so,
that.
so this will be available for less than what I paid for it. Mass market, supposed to by March or April, I believe, of next year. But this is one of those few decks that really spoke to me. And I go for this, quite a bit for regular readings, or personal ones. Of course, then I have my tarot decks for when I do my investigative tarot. Just because some of the artwork's just a little bit darker, gives lends a little bit more of that energy to those types of readings. But I have a lot of decks. Each person, I've done readings on my channel, and sometimes a deck only gets used once because
Mm.
everybody's energy resonates differently. With the different cards for different readings, but this is a new one for me from yesterday, and it's called the Path of Light Oracle. So I'm looking forward to using that today on Jean's channel.
Oh, pop that in there
Oh,
again. We want to see it.
so this is the book, The Path of Light. It's based on the Bhagavad, the Bhagavad Gita. I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I know I'm mispronouncing that because I don't follow Hinduism or Buddhism. But this is a very beautiful artwork with the book. I'm learning some new things, some beautiful messages in this book. This is the backs of the cards,
Oh, wow.
and a lot of this resonates with the kind of artwork that I love to do with the colors, and that's one of the cards too. I mean,
Wow.
it's just
I
really
love,
beautiful.
yeah, each one has like an aspect with the light. There's a light, a
Mm,
luminescent light
And,
inside each card.
and I believe
Wow.
he might have used an AI program too to help him, and that's okay to me. I mean, the artwork is just absolutely stunning, and the book comes with color pictures. There's several pages. Just a really nice, lovely deck. So, and of course I have my true and trusty my crystal cards with me today. So
Hmm.
I'm
And
prepared.
there was
I'm
a deck to your left that you were going to show us, and you picked it up to the other left. You're, yeah. Is there a deck over
no,
there?
no,
Oh,
this
that
is
was it. Okay,
yeah.
okay. You just
Yeah, I
moved
have
it.
yep, I have 3 of them here
I'm
right
like,
now.
I don't want to miss
And I
it.
have other ones here, so we make it a question. I'm like, that's a different deck, Oh, that was the Lenormand I was showing you, I think maybe. Was that it? If you
Oh,
wanted to learn
that
Lenormand?
is so beautiful.
Yeah,
And
there's some
and
really
how
nice
many
art.
cards would you put out on like how would you do a Lenormand spread?
Well, a full traditional grand tableau are all the cards in the deck. This one here has additional ones. So I think the original number is like something like 36 cards, and then you learn how to read like diagonals and up and downs and crossroads. But you can also, what's nice about the Lenormand is that you can do a 3, 4, or 5 card, just next to each other. You don't do reverse, so that's something with me is I really don't do reversals unless of course the card ends up somehow coming reversed, and then for me it's like, okay, this particular card needs extra attention to in the reading. because for me mentally, I cannot retain 78 cards for an upright and a reverse. For me, it's just I learned the basics, and then whenever how they flipping around, and then I look at the cards next to them, then that gives me, an idea of what it is that the message might be. And if I have read for somebody on a regular basis in chat, I will automatically kind of start going, okay, from what you shared with me before, this could very well be still continuing on. And so it's all different things. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Sherry.
Yeah,
Thank
Sherry
you very
says
much.
if y'all like artwork, you should check out Heather's art. You can see some behind her now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have a
there.
lot of it. And Marina, she from Heart Center Tarot, she purchased a triptych for me this past summer. So Val Dragonfly Crystals purchased a couple. So and Ivana, she purchased one of my oil pastels. So this was a very nice year for for
Wow.
me, and then people keep saying, well, do your own deck. I have been working on it for the past 6 months to a year, but I'm just not happy yet, and I just don't want to put something out just to put something out. I want to make sure that I'm happy with it, it feels right, that I would want to use it, and that it showcases my art, to the best, of the ability. So I've been playing around with Canva. It'll come around. I have trust. I have faith that it will. So at some
Wow.
point.
Good for you. Good for
Mhm.
you. Well, thank you everybody for being here. And thank you, Sonia. You're so sweet. She's telling everybody to hit the thumbs up.
Uh,
And that is so important. And it's just part of the YouTube thing that we need to
YouTube
do.
thing. Yep.
It really is. And I'm just adding a wrench for Sonia. Thank you very much, Sonia. That was really nice of you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
So Arlene is here, Teresa's here, everybody.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's get
Marshall.
started. That's what they're all coming here for. So Sarah is in the UK and she said she'd like to have a card read, please.
Ooh, Sarah, are you still pregnant? What is
Nope,
that big, beautiful belly? No,
I
stay there.
know.
I love
she's
that picture. It's beautiful. You look like a goddess. Like an
she's
empress.
she
Full of
said
potential, and just
she
absolutely
says her
beautiful.
little one is about 10 months old now. So
Ah,
yeah, that was about 10 months ago. But
well, I think that's a beautiful picture, Sarah.
I know I love it.
Okay, so hey, warrior girl. Wow, T Barb. It's been a while. Good to see you.
Hi T Barb. Sorry you guys. I wasn't planning on using this new deck. I was clearing it with a crystal quartz, a smoky crystal. Um it was really I was at a psychic fair just this past weekend, and for the past 2 weekends I did two psychic fairs. um, and you meet
Wow.
such nice beautiful people and they're all very high vibrational and psychic themselves. It's very interested and spiritual and open-minded. And after I did a reading for this woman, she comes back to me and like taps me on the shoulder and like shoves something in my hand. Here she gave me a little smoky quartz crystal with a note on it saying,
Oh,
"Thank you very much for your reading." It was just such a small
yes.
gesture, but it was
That means so
so
much.
kind and so thoughtful. And she says, "I think you could use it in between your readings for clearing." And I thought, how
Mm-hmm.
lovely. So I was
It's good for
clearing
grounding. Mm-hmm.
my new deck that Sherry you recommended. Oh, Sherry recommended that I
Mm-hmm.
get this deck, and it is already here.
Yep.
So I'm not doing very many, but I'm going to do one or two. And since Sarah asked for a card, I'm going to do that. So go ahead, Heather, if you're ready.
So I pulled a quick crystal card, and for me, like I tell people, a lot of these mini readings are like messages for a collective as well. And the first card I got for the crystals was Bloodstone, which is detoxifying, and it connects you with your root, heart, and sacral chakras. And this is a really good stone, especially now with everything going on in our world, and having to watch what we eat, making sure we're getting plenty of water. Detoxifying can also mean taking yourself out of, your phones and everything, just like just getting away from, the electronics and the news, being able to sit in meditation and quiet, going out in nature, just really making sure that we're detoxifying, our bodies, eating healthy, drinking plenty of water, getting plenty of sleep, doing a lot of me things for ourselves, not to be knowing that we're not being selfish. We need to do stuff for ourselves to be able to replenish our energy, to stay grounded, and to like they said, like on the plane, if you don't give yourself your oxygen mask first, how are you going to be able to help other people? So basically the same. If you can't be there for yourself and help yourself, there's no way you're going to be able to help others also in your circle. So really great card. And for the new cards, I got the upward path. So it looks like things are let me see. Let me look at these cards. I just get so excited when I get new cards. So the first one is the upward path. So you're moving forward. You're moving forward ahead with your life. You're moving upwards. The second card is the word redemption. And so for me, the redemption is, it feels like you have been through a lot recently. And because of this redemption, and redemption as in just letting go, healing, resting, letting go of what no longer serves you, that's helping you move upward on that path. And moving forward means that you're maybe following the calling of your soul. So whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, start exploring what it is that makes your soul happy, that you feel that you're being drawn to, that you're called to do. And that's what I have.
Wow.
So that was nice, Sarah. I get to use my first deck on you. Thank you.
A
On you,
new
but for
deck,
you.
a new
Yes.
deck for you, yeah. So I pulled the judgment card for you, Sarah, and with these suggestions at the bottom, what stuck out to me was a new phase and like the reckoning or awakening. Also, it has a numerology to it, and it says that it's a number 20 card, and 20 reduces to 2, and 2 is about balancing polarities. And I
Hmm.
think that was very similar to what Heather was saying, that you're on a new phase, you're
Yep.
walking on a new
Hmm.
balance, and you're balancing things differently now. And from what I had asked you about that picture before, and you had said that you had a 10-month-old, which is probably getting close to a 1-year-old. And oh my gosh, talk about new phases and
Hmm.
and the balancing that you need. And you're probably up morning, noon, and night and just exhausted. But this is, it could just be as practical as that. And it could also be that you have this new awakening and this new awareness happening simultaneously with with all this new energy around you as well. So beautiful, so lovely. Well, thank you, Sarah. Ooh. You're welcome. She
Yeah.
says, lovely cards. Thank
Hmm.
you very much. Yep.
I know.
Oh,
I love the artwork in these cards.
and Lori says, I love the
Hmm.
colors and the tree on the redemption card. Wow.
Yeah, I already shuffled it, but yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, wait till you see the rest of them. They're stunning.
Okay. So I just wanted to show Juanita said, I told her that I used to do tarot card readings on Facebook Messenger. And what I mean by that is, instead of using Zoom, like I would tell my friends and family and coworkers and stuff to go through Messenger so that we could see each other. Like it
Hmm.
was either FaceTime or Messenger is what,
Yeah.
but not on public. But
No,
she was,
Messenger is wonderful. That's how I visit with Trisha and a couple of other, fellow readers and friends. So it's nice that you can do that.
yeah. Okay. So next is JR. She says, if you're doing readings today, may I get a reading for January 24? I'm looking forward to January 24. I don't know if everybody saw the
Mm-mm.
show I had with Valerie from Illumination Portal. It was all about just the current energies out there, and I'm always looking forward to that in January. I feel like there's going to be a big, not a big release, but just a tangible release and a shift in the energy of a releasing that I'm looking forward to. I kind of have a sense or a feeling for it, so I'm looking forward to it coming to fruition. But let me see what JR for January 24. So I'm seeing angels for you, JR. I'm seeing golden angels for you. I'm not sure if you have a golden angel on your in your decor over the holiday, or if there's something about a golden angel, and it's more like a figurine appearance, but it's very golden, and it's like a representation or a something to hope for, something to aspire to, not aspire to, but something to um, sort of something tangible and visible for you to focus on. I believe that it's also the new light that's coming in for you, JR. There's going to be new light and almost like a clarity coming for you as well. How about you, Heather?
Did you say angel?
I did. Wow.
Your eyes were closed, and when you said angel, I went to everybody. So yes, there's the angel light, angels, throat and crown chakra. So coming in January, connecting more with the your angels, your spirit guides, um, asking them to help you with the throat chakra. It's good for asking them to help you speak your truth, and not just your truth, you know, to others, but to yourself as well. Making sure that sometimes the messages or the things that we say to ourselves in our heads sometimes we say out loud, and we have to remember that words have power. And so into 2024, especially you know with January, with the brand new year, definitely connecting with your angels. The next card, I just noticed that there's a misspell on here. It's kind of cute, but I got the fulfillment card, and the card is actually number 11, and 11 is also considered an angel number if I'm correct. And so this card is fulfillment. So going into January 2024, this beautiful flow you have of fulfillment, absolutely lovely. And with the tarot, I pulled the Ace of Swords. And again, wings, the eagle, that's connected to Great Spirit, the angelic realm, you know, your God source, your higher self. And what's beautiful with the swords and with the eagle is that you'll get a clear perspective. Eagles can see up high. They have the connection to the creator, to the creatrix, to the Great Spirit. And with the swords is going to be coming new thoughts, new ideas coming your way. And that's beautiful because you have the angels with you, and that's the crown chakra, being able to see clear, hear clear, seeing things from a higher perspective, and that beautiful river of fulfillment. So looks like beautiful things for you in January of this
Yeah,
coming year. Yeah,
I
I
agree.
still can't get over that you're talking about angels and I'm looking at my card. It says angel light on it.
Isn't it funny? I know, and it's just sometimes when I'm like writing stuff down, when the other ladies are doing their readings, as I'm writing it, the word comes out of their mouth, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's amazing because it's all in the ether, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, thank you very much, JR, for that
Yeah.
question. And next is Anne Schwank. Hi, Anne, or Schwantek. Sorry, I think I for some reason I say Schwank. It's I must know somebody with that last name. And Schwantek. Can I have a reading from Uncle Steve? I miss him every day. Aw.
Okay, so let's see what I get.
I just hear him saying that he's still with you. I feel as though you were able to um, have quiet time with Steve and be able to um, discuss different things with him that you might not be able to discuss with others. He was somebody that you could trust and that had an awareness and a wisdom about him that was non-judgmental, and you were able to really feel free and open up your thoughts and your feelings and have him reply or mirror back to you a a resolution for you to consider. He never told you what to do or not to do. I feel as though you two had a lot of fun together. You two perhaps were a little closer in age, even. Maybe he was quite young for in the family. Maybe he was the baby of the family, and you were the oldest in the family, so you two were not that far apart in age. I do see him, um, you two just sort of getting along together, like was really nice. So he's saying that his wisdom is still with you. He's saying, "What do you think I've been in your life all those years, and not continue to watch over you and guide you after I'm gone?" He says, "Don't think for a moment that I'm gone." He says, wherever it was that you sat, I see maybe it's like on a stoop, like a set of stairs, or maybe it was like outside on a porch, or somewhere where you were alone in, away from the crowd. Like if there was a get together or a dinner or something, you two would sort of just go off where you two would be able to have some quiet time and just share. He's saying that if you go back into those same places, or if you have that memory in your mind, he says, you'll draw my energy in close. He said, my wisdom is always here for you. And he said, I lend you my ear still, so you can still talk to him. How nice. Wow.
Well, I have a lot of cards from Uncle Steve. So from that new deck, I have the heart card, and he's in your heart. He knows you're in his heart. When you speak to him, you can feel him in your heart. When you speak all those love and memories and messages to him, he feels that love. He knows that you love him, and he appreciates your devotion still to him. So he knows. Especially for me, I'm feeling like if you go outside, especially by trees or being out in nature, that's where it feels like you love to speak with him, to have those conversations from the heart with him. And then I also end up pulling from a whole different deck, and of course, again, he loves you, and to also have self love for yourself as well. And I think some of this goes into with a healing card that I have. So that this could be very well healing for you. This could be a message that he is healing on the other side. I feel like there might be a concern. Is he okay on the other side? Is he healing? Is he doing all right? So for me, I feel like this healing, um, this is a healing message for the both of you. Also, um, be more playful, have more fun in life. There's a lot of heaviness going on in the world, yes, but don't lose that childlike wonder and play that you used to have, like maybe the both of you did. Because I know Jean was mentioning that you two might have been close in age, but just remember to play, enjoy life. Please be happy. Life is too short to not be happy, to live it. And also, I got the courage card. So he says have courage. So there might be something that you are going through or have just gone through. He's with you through all this, so you are not alone. So this healing, this courage, this love, that can feel very well for him, but I feel like that's the message, really to you. Love yourself, be present. He's with you through this healing. Have courage, but also to be happy. He wants you to be happy and to be playful and enjoy life. Do things that make you happy, that make your soul sing. Makes your spirit happy. So I'll leave it at that. I
All
hope that.
right. Thank you, Heather. It was really nice. Okay, so we have next is Nancy Riker. Hi, Nancy. Nice to see you.
Next 2 months. Well, we all know how about time. So let's see what the. Do I want to still use? Yep, I'll still keep using these cards. I just love this new deck. The messages are so beautiful and the artwork is so beautiful. Oh,
Did you
okay.
get a jumper?
I did, and it's one that I'm going to have to pull the book out on because um, it's a term that I am not familiar with. Now, if Michelle Marie was here, I could hear her say, "Oh, this is how you say it," because she's connected with the Hindu, with the Eastern beliefs in the Vedic. She does Vedic astrology and everything, so she really knows those words just flow like honey off of her tongue. So for me, I'm like, I hit what? So I'll do my best not to So okay, let's make that. Okay, and then January. Okay, yeah, I'm going to need this book definitely. I'm still shuffling, so if you want to go ahead, Nancy,
Okay,
Queens.
okay. Yeah, I was just trying to get caught up on my
Okay.
there's that little those little moments we have in between readings that I'm just trying to read to
Oh
make
yes.
sure.
Yeah, people
Yeah,
don't
okay.
realize how hard it is to keep up and how it takes a lot of focus and trying to, because that chat jumps. It really, really does.
Hi, Lark. Thanks for being here. Nice to see you. All right, Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. So, Nancy, I see you saying, "Oh boy," like I see you saying, it's almost like it's almost like a little bit of disbelief. It's almost like there's so many. You feel the energy, Nancy. Don't doubt that. You feel the energy. You feel the collective, and it's not necessarily an empathic thing for you, which you may be an empath, but this collective energy is like a universal or the energy of Gaia. There's a larger collective energy that you're feeling and that you're sensing, and it's almost like the entire humanity. You feel this swing, this energy, this fluctuation in this, and it also could be in astrological. I'm not sure what sign you are, or if you've had a reading from Valerie from Illumination Portal yet, but I do feel that you're going to be feeling it, and but you're not going to be. It's not going to wipe you out. You're just going to be like, this is intense. Oh my gosh, is everybody else feeling that? And it's going to be more palpable for you, I feel, Nancy. So I feel as though as you know what to do to center yourself, you know what to do to ground yourself, you know what to do to balance your chakras. And as long as you have this to come back to, you'll be okay. But you're going to be able to experience and feel and sense sort of like the greater energies out in the universe or out in a global type of energy. Um, so trust that, and you may be coming into more psychic skills as well. So write
Mhm.
things down if you get intuition or inklings or like a clair knowing or something, claircognizant. If you feel that you might get a hit on something, just write it down just for fun, just to see what happens. So I feel like you're going to be coming into a little bit more uh, abilities too. How about you,
Mhm.
Heather?
Yep, Moonstone. And Moonstone is about intuition, connecting with the divine feminine, um, your higher chakras, your crown chakras, your spirit guides, the higher dimensions, the realms. Yes, Nancy. And moon cycles. I think some people really connect intuitively and with their abilities depending on what moon cycle we are all in. So for some, they feel more strong maybe during a full moon. Others feel more of a resonance at the new moon, into between. But it says to start paying attention to your abilities, your insights, your dreams as the moon cycles change. So boom, right off the bat, that's it right there. So with the new deck, I have Ahim's, Ahimsa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I'm trying to get the glare off of the light, but there's again beautiful, beautiful colors.
Wow. Mhm.
And this is several pages. So basically, it's about not living in fear, living from a place of love. Um, it says here, our thoughts are a form of action and they have impact. Whatever we think about and focus on regularly tends to come to life. So we want to be mindful of allowing our minds to brood in a negative state for too long. It's okay to acknowledge those feelings and those moods when they come up, especially whatever paying attention to moon cycles on how we feel, how we process energy, react to others' energies and ours as well. So that's pretty much what that is. And it says also, let me see if there's something else that jumps out at me from the book. It says here, when you forget that all is when you forget that all is an aspect of the one being, that all is divine, you fall for the illusion that we are all separate and unrelated. So this is also again about we are not separated, we are all related. To let go of the fear. And right now that's hard because of everything that's going on in the world. People are fighting each other, people are hurting each other, people are taking sides, but really what we really need to focus on is uniting together, sharing our love, and trying not to live in that fearful mindful state that we're constantly seeing. And then Nancy, the other card that I have from this deck for you is Dharma, and share that right there too. And I love really how that little flame, and for me, those beautiful flames are like a spark of creation, it's like a spark of our soul, our divinity. And with the Dharma, it says here, um, you have your own unique reason for being and contribution to make. Through devotion to living out your inner callings and inspirations, you unfold your true nature, fulfill your purpose, and experience nourishment and fulfillment on the deepest level. And it also stated on that page is that we have to live our own dharma. We have to live our own passions, our own lives. We can't live others for them. We have to focus on our own. So for me, this card represented December, and for me, this focused on January. Because once
Oh,
we get past the fear and the anger and moving into the new year and trying to shift that energy, that's when we start living our life for ourselves and living from what we want to accomplish and to create and have, and not, and just letting people be who they are in our lives, and just making sure that we follow our own, our own path. And there's that moonstone. So if you, I would moonstones is not an expensive stone. So if you can maybe find a little tumble piece or something, keep that on you to meditate with. That would be a good idea too.
beautiful, beautiful. I think we both of those readings were side by side and corresponded appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
And Nancy says she's clairaudient. And she says, thank you, Jean, and thank you, Heather. You're very
You're
welcome,
welcome, Nancy.
Nancy. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. It seems like you have it was just, it's, yeah, it's really
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
That's
Say,
why I love when I read with certain readers, and when you see the cards connecting, that you know that you are on the same energetic level, and that makes it so much more fun and so much more meaningful for me. So this is awesome.
it is. It's really, it
Mm-hmm.
is. It's really fun because as you're reading, I'm like, yeah, that's what it meant. Yeah, that's what I was getting. I was getting that same thing. It's fun.
Especially that
So
angel. You can't make this stuff up with the angel.
it
That
was
was
really
my
neat.
favorite today. Yeah.
Just want to give a little shout out to
Hi,
Akila. Hi,
Akila.
Akila. Nice to see you. All right. We have a full house here, and I just want to stay mindful here. So, Singing Tree is here.
Mm.
Singing Tree, if you're still here, just say hello. And she says, I just found out this morning that a friend unexpectedly died and may not have been found for a while. Can you
Ooh.
see what may have happened? Thank you very much. And Singing Tree, if
Mm.
you're still here, just let us know. Um, what their first name is.
I'm trying to figure out a deck because I have a deck for true crime, but this isn't this is, so I'm trying to figure out what deck I can use. I can get the best message. I'll just no. I'll just tell me use this new deck. There was a purpose to get this deck. So okay. Is she? Oh, I'll just wait till you give. I had to close down my phone because I was seeing the chat and I was getting distracted and I wasn't able to focus. So I just set my phone down.
Yeah. So Singing Tree, just let us know their name if you would. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to
Okay.
see. Craig Dixon said, Jean, I have a picture of Clara. It gets warm to hot in certain spots. At first, one, now four. What's happening? And Lori generously replied to Craig, "The light is coming from the universe to Earth.
Ooh.
It's to help awaken humans and expanding our problem-solving abilities." I think I may have missed one from Lori. Here she
So some
says, the three blue light surges are hitting the mesas on the Hopi's land. The first
oh,
divinity surge was on November 4th. The second is happening on the 18th. So Lori is trying to help out Craig and let him know that perhaps this may be related. And Craig Dixon also said, but Navajo is Hispanic and the Hopis and Navajos don't
mhm.
get along. But I'll
No,
keep
I
it in
used to
mind.
live in up there in northern Arizona. Yeah, I've been to Mesa, Second Mesa. Yeah, it's it's gotten better, but yeah, everybody's. But you know what jumped into my mind, Gene, really quick? He said there's like four different spots. I am wondering, and this is just going from intuition, is where are those spots appearing warm on her picture? If there's something maybe on her forehead, maybe she's telling him he's developing his intuition. Maybe if there's a picture of her where his area where their heart is might be warm, might be that her touching expanding his heart. You see what I mean? Noticing maybe we're on the picture, there might be areas on his body where she wants him to open up or develop or I know that sounds odd, but that's the first thing that jumped into my head, and I'm learning how to trust when I see things when they jump into my head. So it just feels like those certain areas might be what she wants to relate to him, through sight, through his heart, his emotions, maybe something in the hands, maybe with healing. You see what I mean about the different
Mhm.
areas on this
Mhm.
photo?
Yeah,
So
like if she's bringing his attention to those areas. I'm curious to see what your thoughts were, Craig, because you are very intuitive, and I know that you said that there's warm spots, and
mhm,
so she says, "Ask Clara on her shoulders, wrists, and hip." So I'm curious what you feel that means to you because I
mhm,
feel as though with your intuition, she's speaking through you so that you'll understand. Um, and maybe it just takes a little bit of time, maybe a little bit of um, little bit of focus, and maybe some silent connection, and maybe this is just the beginning of the message. Maybe the message isn't all the way through yet. Maybe there's more to come that'll help to clarify it, and you can say, Clara, that I'm not sure what this means. It's not clear to me. Would you please help me to understand? She may be
mhm,
giving you hints to help you to develop that
mhm.
communication. um,
Yep.
but I'm curious to know what it feels to you because I feel as though you have like an inkling or an intuition or something inside of you that you're thinking it might mean. And I feel as though she's just saying, trust that. Trust that what you feel it means to you. Because I think that it's our spirit puts synchronicities and
Mhm,
things into our life to help spark in in ourselves what things mean or what that means to us or to make us think certain things. So I'm curious what it was that popped into your mind when you first experienced this, like what it might mean to you. Oh, okay. He says, I believe it's her energy for communication and healing in the future. And this is what she's saying. She's saying, trust yourself, Craig. Trust that you
mhm,
understand that this is what it means. And it's not, the interpretation is for you, and the signs are for you. And
mhm,
for me to step in without experiencing it for myself, it would be hard to tap into that spontaneous energy. But I would definitely trust yourself and go with this first intuition that you have. It's her energy for communication, healing in the future. Wow. Good for
yeah.
you, Craig.
Yeah, I got that cardigan that I had done before. And for me, it feels like releasing fear, releasing anger, feeling the love, feel not shutting down, feel that energy, feel where she's telling you, listen to her guidance. You know I mean, the information is coming down. It's this beautiful golden light, and there's that those each one, both of these have beautiful warmth colors to them. The inner freedom, and so I feel like she's saying you have to start trusting. Feel that energy. Um, I don't know if you do Reiki energy, Craig, or if you do your own energy healing through your people. Um, but maybe paying attention to something on your shoulder, working on energy in your hip. And it doesn't necessarily mean that your hip is bad or your shoulder is bad. We have energy pathways throughout our body that blocks our energy. And this is something that Juno talks about with her jiu-jitsu energy healing. That we have meridians, we have energy spots, not just our main chakras, but we have chakras along our meridians in our arms, our legs, our shoulders, our hips, our back. We're all one beautiful, connective web of energy centers. And when certain ones get blocked, it kind of helps stagnate the flow of energy. So perhaps that might be something to start acknowledging and listening to your guidance and seeing if that's something that you do need to, work on, because this other card says an equal eye. And I do believe you know what it is. It's that sight. You have to trust your intuition, trust your sight. She's there to teach you, to guide you, and I'm feeling like this is where areas where she may want you to start focusing, and it might be just moving energy through. That might be something to speak to Juno about when she does her next show with Sherry, or somebody who knows how to do that energetic body work with the meridians. That might be something. And then too
Interesting.
interesting with the meridians, because the meridians are like little dots, and these are all like little dots too. So um, that's just me putting that out there, just going by my intuition and what I'm feeling. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out, what you find out. So I'll just.
Yeah. And I do understand you were looking for validation, Craig, but sometimes
Mhm.
it's important to keep that intimate communication, just that, and trust yourself. Sometimes asking too many people's opinions may muddy and make you second guess your original instinct. But
Mhm.
she just told me to ask you to trust what it was that you felt, that it was right the very first time. Very nice.
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
It's
And I don't think Singing Tree came
okay.
back. Didn't see anything from Singing Tree. If anybody sees Singing Tree, let me know. But I need the name. But sorry about that. Um, and we have okay. So Sharon O'Brien is here, and Sharon says, "I'm working on my health with doctors. Good for you. Will answers come soon?"
Okay, and Sharon, I don't pull directly on health questions, but what I can do, because I'm not a doctor, but what I can do is I'll pull a couple cards on the energy around the health, if that's okay with you. And we'll see where that goes. And it's great that, working with the doctors. It's nice to have both the traditional and the holistic to work together. And I'm being drawn immediately to my crystal card. So I'm going to
I
start with.
think it's a little bit more on timing. She's looking for timing, like if she's going to hear answer soon or get timing.
Okay, and I can pull out one of my pendulums too for that.
Hmm.
I'm going to pull a crystal card.
I'm getting it's not very soon, Sharon, which is sometimes it's better because if it was definite and they knew what it was, then it would. Sometimes I understand that it's hard not knowing what it is, but I just feel it's a good sign, Sharon. I do. It's saying no, that there's um, not really any answers coming soon. They may want to recommend different tests or different therapies, and try this for a while and see how you're doing, and come back and get tested again. Um, make yeah, make sure that everything else is in balance in your life, and like your hydration, your sleep, your um, make sure you're getting all of the essential minerals. I've, it could, for some reason, I'm getting cranial sacral therapy. Um, and it's almost like a balancing. And I'm not even sure if you had any energy work done. But the cranial sacral therapy is really very good because it's in that subtle energy in the body, and
Hmm.
it does help to. I don't know how to explain it. It's like help to direct and bring back together and organize the energies that may be scattered or not going in the right direction. Like it's you know instead of going in a circle, it's going like this. And if you want to bring back that rhythm and then have things start and then have allow the body to heal itself and to start working on a more rhythmic rather than a, um, and yeah, you can look into that, Sharon. But I don't see that there's going to be an answer or a definite final uh, outcome anytime soon. I feel as though they're going to try either more testing or more therapies before finding more out.
So
Hmm.
Sharon, I asked my pendulum and I asked if they will, start kind of heading in the direction of an answer for you before the end of the year. I got a yes, but a full answer not before the end of this year. It's going to take a while. However, what's interesting is I pulled two green crystal cards, both connected with the heart, and the second one heart and the third eye chakra. And when you think about it, the third eye is within your head. And when you're saying pathways, I got seraphonite. And it's about and the title is honesty. So there you go. There's truth right there. So they are going to find something. It's going to become more narrowed down. It's going to become more concrete. And the other one I have is peridot, which is also the heart chakra, but it's also about teaching. And with teaching, I feel like they mean is they're going to teach you, or they're going to tell you, they're going to share with you what it is they feel is um, whatever it is that is causing you this discomfort, whatever this dis-ease is in your body. um and the answers are going to come. I don't know, I don't think it's going to be definitive this year, but more next year. But definitely with Jean talking about the cranial, with that seraphonite, the heart and the third connecting with something with the brain, or not, I don't say brain into, but working, because cranial, oh my god, I've had someone do that once before on me and it was heavenly. Nothing feels like, it's just so beautiful when someone works on your does the cranial massage. So and seraphonite too, the stone was named after the seraphim because it looks they look the feathery they look like feathery wings of an angel. So that's the name of seraphonite. So yes, teach honesty. There will be something coming. Just I don't think definitive this year, but energies can always change. Something could happen and something else might come up, but that's what I have. I'm sorry, Gene. I
Yeah.
hope I didn't ramble too much there.
No, not at all. Not at all. I was just still in there, but all the best to you, Sharon. We wish you the best. We wish you a quick recovery and the optimal health as and balance and comfort for sure. Um, and it's a good reminder for all of us to take good care of ourselves,
Hmm.
especially in this energy. So she says that will help. Yes, timing. Thank you very much. Yeah,
I
you're
love the
welcome.
shamrocks.
I
Yeah, my
know.
fella's Irish. His name is O'Manion. He dropped the O. His brother kept it, but O'Manion was his original birth name. Yeah, very.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm. So Leah Piat is also here and she's asking about health. And we're again, like Heather said, we don't actually do any readings on health. We can look at the energy and relate to the energy or balancing and energy or different areas that may be, uh, yeah.
I mean, I know there are
Um,
some mediums out there that do that psychic surgery where they can see in the body. I mean, that's amazing, but I don't have that ability. But
mhm,
that's incredible skill to have. It really
mhm,
is.
mhm.
That's quite
Like
the
a
gift.
medical intuitive.
Mhm.
Um, but energetically, Leah, I see that your solar plexus, your the chakra that's in the yellow, and it's below your sternum and above your belly button, is where I'm feeling that there is maybe more energy, more focus needs to be in that area. I'm feeling that if you eat lemons, eat bananas, eat, yellow squash, just these yellow types of vegetables and fruits, um, even, maybe even like a sweet potato, it would be more in the orange family, but just I feel as though there's this warmth that needs to come to you. I'm not sure if you have like a heating pad or what do they call, like a hot bottle or something that you can keep
Mhm.
around your middle section, and there just seems to be that area needs to become more in balance. And it could be everything from digestion to indigestion, um, just be really mindful with what you're putting into your mouth and the combinations of things that are going into um, what you're consuming. And it's also, they're saying that it is also an emotional aspect to it. Like if you feel upset, and it may be manifesting, could be a thought form in that area as well. But the more that you can focus on building the energy in that solar plexus chakra and balancing that solar plexus chakra with all your other chakras, and even if it's 5 or 10 minutes a day, it will really help to bring balance back and reduce any type of severity. Um, and it is important to also get energy work done. Any type of Reiki, any type of
Mhm.
uh, something like this would really be beneficial as well. So what did you get, Heather?
My crystal card said healing, and it's the hand on there, Reiki healing. That's what I
Wow.
was going. And so I got the heart chakra. So, like Jean said, healing, doing work with the Reiki. I did get a card from the new deck that says from separation to one, feeling kind of like that disconnection from spirit. We never are disconnected, and to reconnect with the one that is, that we are all together, we're all one. But look at the main color, it's yellow, and that's the color of our sacral chakra. So standing in your power, letting go of fear, letting go of what's the word I'm looking for here, guides. Sometimes it's there, and then sometimes I get the crickets.
Mhm.
But it says here, power of delusion. So whatever it is, it may even feel like you might have an inkling, you know what it is, and you don't want to face it, because that word delusional of all this is really standing out. So yeah, looking into working of course with your doctors, please. But definitely, with doctors, maybe looking into Reiki, doing some holistic work on your body, um, and paying attention to just focusing on you're not separate from your spirit source. You are connected, because with Reiki, it's universal energy. It's us connecting our energy with the universal energy that's out there, that's love, and bringing that in. And there is no separation. See, the energy is coming in and coming into this person and into their pathway, so bringing in that energy, maybe even learning Reiki for yourself, learning a basic, taking a class 1 or 2, and not even if you can't afford that. A lot of times people don't realize if you just rub your hands and you separate and you feel that beautiful warmth and that energy between your hands, that's our natural Reiki energy. That's our natural human energy. And before we go, we don't even need, I don't want to say we don't need to, but for Reiki to be, certified, you have to go through training and, the attunements. but we do have what we need in our own bodies to be able to heal ourselves. So start working in those areas where you feel discomfort. And then also, if you're interested, go look for a Reiki practitioner. So, yeah.
Very nice. All the best to you, Leah. Thank you for being here. So next we have Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I'd like a reading about her finances, please.
And I have a deck for that. Be right back.
I have a deck for that. Very nice.
Yeah, it's like I have an app for that. Oh, I have a deck for that.
Oh, that's good. Leah says the color Kim came up with, I guess Kim from Kim Copeland, Medium Kim, was yellow and big green. So thank you very much. And she has a Reiki master upstairs, her friend Patty. She will teach her. Very good. Very good. Good for you, Leah. I'm glad. Very nice. So Michelle, what's a message? So Michelle, you already know about the fantastic velocity banking suggestion that I gave to everybody. It would be a way to manage debt and to increase cash flow, which is always helpful for finances. There's a little bit of energy around it that it feels like it's under lock and key. It feels like you have like a pouch that you have in a box, and the box has a lock. And then you have the box that's like in a cupboard, and the cupboard is locked. And then in the cupboard is underneath the floor, and the floor is covered. And it just seems like whatever it is you're holding in so tightly and so strongly that it is it's almost blocking the flow. There's a manifestation video that Mark Atha from Spirit Whisperer does, and it is really beautiful. And it's an energy opening to prosperity and to the flow of an exchange of money. And this tight hold and this protection that you have around your nest egg or what you have to hold is almost not allowing anything else to come in. I just feel like there's a tightness or a stronghold around it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you do any type of a spreadsheet, and so you have a clear understanding of the outgoing, a very precise understanding of the outgoing. And they're also saying to just energize the incoming, the flow. They're just keep coming back to the flow. I don't know. I think it's from your past. I think it's from your past and your upbringing that this is sort of like a habit. And they're also suggesting mirror work and saying, I have all the money I ever need today and every day. Money is constantly flowing into my energy.
Mhm.
I have more money than I could ever need for the rest of my life. You know, these types of mantras or mirror work, affirmations, whatever it is that you can do to help change that energy. And do go see Mark the Spirit Whisperer, and he has it on one of his playlists, and it's his prosperity or manifestation uh, videos, and they're really really very they're magnificent, and they'll give you he'll there's a lot of tips in there and a lot of releasing that he does in there as well. So hopefully that helps you, Michelle.
So Michelle, I used now Deborah Zakow. She's one of our fellow readers in our community. She has her own tarot deck. Is called the Clarity Tarot, and her cards, because she gets a lot of questions in regards to love and finances. She divided on her cards areas for each one, for love and for money questions. So I the first card I got was the Seven of Wands, and then under the money, you feel like there's a very a defense, like you're really trying to protect something. It says here, hold your ground and diligent work. So whatever your is that you are doing, keep working at it, keep being diligent, hold your ground, however this may resonate with you financially. I asked for a clarifier for it, and I got the Eight of Swords. um, and there's like a sort of there's like a fear of change coming up, and you're feeling like your hands are tied, like you can't move forward, but there's that fear aspect. So that Eight of Swords is something that that fear mentality that we put ourselves into, and sometimes it's not easy to do it because of the constant bombardment of all the negative messages that we hear on the news about finances and banks and worlds and stuff, and then trying to deal with what's going on in our own personal life and in our own income coming into our household. I'm going through something very similar. But the following cards that I have the Sun card, money, period of prosperity, honors, and recognition. So, whatever, holding your ground, standing firm of what it is that you believe in, what you want to do financially, is going to come to fruition. I also have the King of Wands, inspiration, possible new job. You're going to have more clarity. You're going to get inspired. You're going to see exactly where it is that you're going to want to go. People are going to start taking interest. And on the bottom of the deck, I looked, and again, I got the Ace of Swords, inspiration, possible new job, and clarity. So something good is coming for you. I mean, that Sun card is just, it's the perfect card to have when, especially in any of the, any questions that we ask. But with the money, just hold your ground. Try not to be in that fear of lack mentality, and just know that when you let that go, and like Jean was offering, saying those affirmations, which I need to start saying too, because of our financial situation. So it's just really important trying to stay in our power, stand our ground like she is, and being doing that hard work. And I have this wonderful new clarity for job, money, income coming in, and ideas. So good luck on that.
Yeah. All the best to you, Michelle. Thank you very much for your question. And I just want to say hello to Crystal Pickett. She said she's a new subscriber, and she had a couple of questions that we're not going to be able to get to. But I am going to be on, Marina from Heart Center Tarot is going to be on my channel later
Ooh.
tonight at 5:30 Eastern, and that is 2:30 Pacific. So please do come on back if you have time, Crystal, and we'll see if we can take your question there, as well as anybody else that we're not able to get to your question tonight. And I just wanted to say thank you for everybody in the chat.
Yeah,
And thank
thank
you, T
you.
Barb, for being the hostess with the mostest. She has my back. And Michelle says, yes, very helpful. Thank you both. You're welcome,
You're
Michelle.
welcome, Michelle.
You're welcome. And thank you, Heather. It was really beautiful. Thank you for
Yes,
trying
thank
out
you, Jean.
your new deck
Yes.
with us and doing readings together. And it was so much fun. And for
I,
sharing all that information in the beginning about your Lenormand. And now you're making me think, where did I put mine? I'm going to have to get mine out.
Yeah, because certain types of decks really help with certain types of questions. That's why it's nice that there's multiple different forms of divination that we can rely on to be able to, well, yeah, we could say rely on, but we can refer to, because a lot of times it's us and what we do. It's not the card, but what we do energetically ourselves to make that difference. But yeah, there's a lot of tools out there, and when you find the right ones, you're good to go.
Yep. And if anybody would like to have a reading from me, I offer 15-minute readings, 30-minute readings, 1 hour readings. And you can find out more about that on my website. It's sunpsychicjean.com. And I have availabilities for the rest of the month and into December. So please do go on over and check that out if anybody's interested in a private reading. So thank you very much, Heather. I appreciate
Thank
your
you for
time,
having
you
me.
being here.
Thank you.
Lovely connecting, and thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
Yes. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.